I'm Mike Smith, and you're watching The Harbor. I know that many of us think coming from a wealthy home or having a famous last name means that life is going to be handed to you. But today on The Harbor, my friend Quincy, actor and musician, is going to share with us what it means to work hard no matter what kind of family you come from.
What's up, guys? My name is Quincy, born in New York, raised in a small town in Georgia. My upbringing was, I would say, different than most kids. My biological father was a singer back in the day in the 90s, I'll be sure. My mom, she was a supermodel, actress. Stepfather, Diddy, Sean Combs, Puff Daddy, whatever you want to call him. I started to spend a lot of time, working on music because I grew up in music. It was something I loved, I knew I loved, and it was all about just putting my heart into it and letting that kind of unravel, and then it'll tell me, what is my position in this field. My grandmother, rest in peace, she died earlier this year. She was like, you have a voice, you need to sing. Eventually I started just, taking singing lessons. She gave me like a check, like $1,000, was like, I want you to, go find a singing coach. And I was like, all right. And it took me like 2 or 3 months. That check was just sitting there with an old date on it, because I was just so scared to even let somebody hear my voice, because I wasn't even comfortable with myself. So, it was all about just sticking at it. She definitely pushed me, harder than anyone, else in the world. It was such a big move for me, and I think just because I wasn't so dedicated at first, because I was scared to, be laughed at, I didn't think I could sing, and I just started having to just believe in myself, and it definitely takes a lot of, a huge support system too to help you believe. You're not put on this world to do everything by yourself. To win a Grammy, you need producers, writers, you need, a support system that's gonna help you kind of get to that point. Being, in the studio and just trying to get things all together, of course, comes a lot of frustrations, with everything you do, especially if it's something you believe in and so passionate about it. I hit a couple of those walls where it's like, all right, maybe this music thing isn't for me. So I started getting into acting. I went on hundreds of auditions. I didn't book anything, and I just had to do better. Every day I'm still driving to city with the radio stations and, sending audition tapes to New York and stuff like that. Whenever I wouldn't be doing nothing with the acting, I would be doing the music. And it was consistent. Every day doing something in either field, whatever it was. This is with pretty much every profession, but there's tens and hundreds of thousands of people out there trying to do the same thing that you're doing. Everybody has that one thing that they want to be the best at, or a couple things. Like, I want to be the best actor and I want to be the best, musician, entertainer. It's out there. You just really have to go put the work in. Nothing is going to be handed to you. You can't just pick up something and, think that you're just about to be the best and you're about to just make all this crazy money because you're just the best at whatever you just chose to do. People want to shine like Diddy, but don't want to work like Puff. They want to be the final product without the work put in, and it's impossible. I had to work for everything I have. Even though my dad is who he is, we had chores. I worked a 9 to 5. I worked at an online talent agency. When it came to the studios, I had to hit up my boys, like anybody got a studio? Anybody with a studio? And despite the fact my father is who he is, and I come from where I come from, the work put in is what people are really gonna recognize and really gonna hold your value, for a lifetime. You can't inherit greatness. You have to earn it. You have to really put the work in. If you want to be a baseball player, spend the times on the field, spend the times in the batting cages, go outside, play catch with your friends. If you want to be a singer, spend time, working on your voice. If you can't afford a vocal coach, YouTube.com has everything that you need. And the proof will be in the pudding. People are going to recognize that. Those who didn't put the work in the long run, it'll show, and you don't want to fall into that bracket. So just put the work in, put your heart in it, and you can achieve greatness.